Hey guys, it's Sam. Welcome back to The Blind Life. Today we are taking a look at this big guy right here. This is the Compact 10 HD digital magnifier. Alright, so this was brought to us by Optelec. Optelec, one of the big names in assistive technology. Thank you, huge thank you to Optelec and the Optelec team for sending out this device for me to do a video about. I really appreciate it. If you guys would like to learn more about this, get more information, of course, I'll have all the contact information, details, all of that in the description down below. Now, before or while I'm pulling this out of the box, we will talk about what comes in the box here, but one thing I wanted to mention is that it seems like nowadays a lot of assistive technology is going towards being multi-purpose. You know, back in the day we would have a giant CCTV sitting on top of your desk, and then you might have a digital handheld magnifier or just a light up handheld magnifier. And if you were lucky, your desktop CCTV would do OCR, but chances are you're probably using an app on your phone for that. So this is an all-in-one solution. All three of those options are in this one device. And that's pretty cool. A lot of designers are going towards that, or developers, assistive technology developers are going towards that multi-purpose. And that is great for us as consumers. You know, one device, one tool to rule them all, so they say. But anyway, real quickly, what's in the box? Of course, you get the Compact 10 inside of a nice leather carrying case. We'll open that up here in a second. You get a charging cable along with a charging brick. The charging brick also has multiple tips multiple plug types for other countries. That's pretty nice. The cable is USB-A to USB-C. And then also in the box you get a ton of paperwork, manuals. You get a cleaning cloth as well, but several quick start guides. These are all in different languages. And then you get this very robust manual that is also I think it's in like 6 different languages. That's why it's so thick. But yeah, pretty cool. Okay, I just noticed there's a little cutout on the side of the case here. And it took me a second to figure out why, but that is so you can charge the device while it's in the case. Ah, smart. Anyway, let me rearrange the camera and we'll take a look at the case, and then we'll get the device out and look at that, the Compact 10 HD. Compact 10 HD comes in a nice soft leather case here with magnetic flaps. Unfolds just like that, and here is the device. Now, you cannot use the device inside the case. There's no holes for the cameras or anything like that. This is simply just to carry it and keep it protected. Then you've got a little spot here for your hand to reach in and grab it. The dimensions of the digital magnifier are right around 11 inches wide, 7 inches tall, and at the thickest point, it's over 1 inch thick. Weight is right around 2 pounds, which is a little beefy for a digital magnifier. You know, this isn't going to be tossed in your pocket, you know, and take to the restaurant or anything like that. You definitely could use it in a restaurant, but you're either going to need to use the carrying case that it came with, or slip it into a purse or a bag of some sort to carry it. One thing you'll notice about it is there are no buttons on the device, save for one. There's only one button, and that is, wrong side, the power button here on the side. You've got a power button. This is also the sleep and wake up button. You have a headphone jack and then the USB Type-C charging port. The Compact 10 has multiple cameras that you can use, and there's very good reasons why, and we will talk about that here shortly. But one thing you'll notice is that this has a little stand that pops out, which will put this at a nice comfortable 45-degree viewing angle, which is great for sitting on a desk and reading something flat on a desk, documents, newspaper, things like that. Menus in restaurants, as I mentioned. Let's go ahead and turn this on. So I'm going to long press that power button. Just got a vibration and our Optelec splash screen pops on. It says Optelec Compact 10 HD. We've got something we can use to look at here. All right, and it opens up into the digital magnifier mode here. So on the screen, we had a couple things there for a second, then they disappeared. If you need to bring up the on-screen controls again, you just tap the screen. This is the advanced mode. There's also an easy mode, which I'll show you in a second. But with advanced mode, we get a menu here at the top left. We also get a clock here at the top right. If I tap on the clock pops out, gives us the time and date. That's not the right time and date. I haven't set it yet, but little arrow will make that menu go away. Down at the bottom, we have our controls here. We can, well, let's put something under here first. So I can tap on the plus here to zoom in, and I can hold it down to do a smooth zoom. Tap on the minus to make it go back down. I can tap the mode button here, which is the different colors. And we have all of our normal colors that everybody knows and loves, and some of them that I suspect nobody likes. And then back to natural color. We have two camera buttons here. One is just a normal picture. It will snap a picture and save it to a gallery. The other is your OCR, and that is indicated by the camera with a speaker in it, speaker icon. So if I touch the menu up here, a menu pops out. We can change our languages, and this is the voice that the OCR speaks in. You've got male, you've got female, and then you've got a couple other languages that you can choose from. This is your current list, and you can add and subtract from this list. Right now we only have one person in here, but if I tap the add button, these are all the languages we have to choose from, and there is a ton of languages available. If I click on the English, now these are all the voices that we have available for the English language. And there's men and women. I can tap on one, tap on another, and there's a little check mark now next to that name, plus you get some inverted contrast to indicate which ones have been chosen. And if I go back now, these names now show up that I can choose from, and I can switch out between the names. One thing I wish is that you could play a little sample of the voice so that you could choose the one that sounds the best to you. You can't do that. You just pick one and hope that it's good until you go in and do an OCR. But if we go back here, we can add the lines, reading lines. So if I go back now, we've got a reading line there. Go into, turn that back off. We have an indicator of our battery status here. We have the open, and this is the gallery. So if we save a picture, that's where it would pop into, but I don't have any saved just now. And then you can also adjust the brightness with this slider, the brightness of the screen. So let's go back here and once again take a look at our document here that we're reading. As I said, I can zoom in with the buttons here, the on-screen buttons, but you can also do pinch to zoom, which is a little bit easier, I think. And it's a rather smooth pinch to zoom. I like that. So let's try the OCR. If I were to press the OCR button here, takes a picture. We get a little progress bar here at the top, and it
flexible fabric LED light panel instruction manual.
And it starts to read once it finishes processing that. The on-screen controls here, we have a play and pause.
Flexible fabric LED light panel instruction manual.
Once again, we can change the colors with the mode dial here, the mode button. And then we have an adjustment for the speech rate and the sound, the volume. So if I click that, we get two sliders that pop up, and I can independently adjust the volume and the speech rate. So if I click into our menu here, now we have an option to save this scan, and that will save it to the gallery also. Let's go back here, and I'm going to click the X to get out of this and back to live mode. Now we're back into live mode here. If I click the picture, takes a picture and then changes it to a digital image now. So I can remove this paper, but our image is still on there, and I can manipulate it. So I can zoom in, and then now if I zoom in, I can move it around. And it's all very smooth, very responsive, so that's nice. So this might be an easier way for someone to read a document, snap a picture, and then they can kind of read along here back and forth. Of course, we can come in here and we can save this picture to our gallery. And now if we went in here and open the gallery, there's the image that we took, and I can bring it back and do whatever I need to with it. If I go back and I open that back up, I can delete that picture by clicking delete, and then choosing that picture and choosing delete again, and then yes, I want to delete it. And it says it's been deleted. Now if I go in there, picture's gone. So next I want to show you probably the coolest feature of the Compact 10 HD, and that is this arm that swings out of the top here. And when you swing it out, it turns into basically desktop digital magnifier mode. So now we can take our document here and put it off to the side, and it shows up here. We have a nice bright light on the arm. We have all of our normal things that we can do. We can zoom in. If I tap on the screen here, we can change our colors just like before. And this gives us a lot of possibilities for filling out paperwork, signing documents. You can OCR an entire page, OCR a large section of a newspaper this way. So lots of possibilities with the arm out. All the same functionality, just off to the side here. One thing I did notice though, I'm off to the side here, and if I were filling out forms, there's no way I would be able to see that from this distance. So I'm going to turn it a little bit here to mimic how I would be sitting here. And one thing I did notice is that if I wanted to hold the paper still as I was signing, where's my hand? There's my hand. So if I were trying to sign a check or something and I needed to hold the paper, it's very awkward to reach around this device. Now the solution, I think, is to reach around like this and hold it at the top of the page, and then it's much more comfortable. Plus I have the added benefit of leaning in, and I can see where I'm writing a lot better. I can see where I'm signing. So one thing to keep note of, something else I realized as I was playing around with this is very much set up for right-handed users. A left-handed user would have a difficult time with this device, unfortunately. You're going to be trying to write at an awkward angle. Your eyes, your face is going to be very far away from the screen. So you're going to have to kind of lean in like this in order to try and write. It's just going to be very, very difficult. I guess you could kind of write around the backside like that, but that's kind of an awkward angle. Once again, definitely something to consider if you're looking at purchasing this device. Now I also mentioned this has an easy mode among others, but to get into the easy mode, very simple. You're just going to long press the color button here, and you'll get a menu pop up asking if you want easy or advanced mode. Click on easy mode, and it simply shortens the menu down here. We also don't have our menu button in the top left or our clock button. It's just a simplified version. Okay guys, so that was it. That is the Compact 10 HD. Really, really cool device. I like it a lot. A couple minor things, you know, the weight, it's a little beefy. That may turn some people off. The fact that it is not set up at all for left-handed users is kind of a drawback. And then also that weird reaching around to hold your paper as you fill out the form. You know, whereas it is actually a very comfortable position and you do get closer to the screen so you'll be able to see it better. I don't know if we can really call that a negative. It's kind of like a workaround to a potential problem, but the workaround ended up being better in the long run, I guess. I don't know. You guys will have to decide on that. But overall, I think it's a pretty solid device. If you are looking for something portable that you're gonna need for school or for work, maybe traveling, you know, definitely consider the Compact 10 HD. As I said before, I will have all the links in the description box down below to get more information about this, including pricing, availability, all of that. Also, while you're down there, be sure to leave me a comment. Be sure to like the video if you found it helpful, and also turn on notifications so you'll always be updated when I put out a new video. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Sam with The Blind Life. I'll see you next time.